going to tell you right now the top composers in the industry who've handled some of the greatest games that you guys will ever play. Okay? So we're going to be playing a little bit of their music when we introduce them, so you guys know what they're tied to. We've got some great talent here, and also I'm going to say this a couple times while we're up here. After the show, we're going to be down at booth 471. You can shake some hands, get some autographs, talk some games, talk some music, all right? So let's get this started. Sorry, I'm going to be looking at my MP3 player because I got to get some music up for you guys. What we have, so the first person I'm going to introduce to you guys is Greg Edmonson. Greg is best known for the Uncharted series. This is Nate's theme too. Greg, if you want to go ahead and wave your hand and say hi to everybody. Greg, on top of the Uncharted series, Greg is also tied to the Firefly series, if you guys know that TV show. Yeah. So, very, very cool. So feel free, besides the games, go ahead and ask him some questions about that. And this song you're hearing right now is called Nate's Theme 2.0. This is from Uncharted 2. So we're going to give you a little, we're going to let you listen to this for a second, all right? Stopping the music. Right. Because I want to keep listening to it, so we'll be here all day. So the next composer that I really want to introduce you guys to is Mr. Sean Murray. Sean Murray is known for one of the top games that's on the multiplayer circuit right now. Sean handled the composing for the music in the single player, Black Ops. Mr. Sean Murray. Sean also was tied to the Buffy the Vampire Slayer TV series. So we're going to listen to a little excerpt of his song, and this song here is called Hard Target from the Black Ops series. Our next composer is Mr. Inon. I hope I said that right. Mr. Zur is Dragon Age Origins 2. Terrific composer, guys. Mr. Zur, go ahead and give up. What you're listening to now is actually the Dragon Age Origins theme. Our next composer is Mr. Garry Schyman, who is tied to one of my favorite series, the BioShock series.
Ow!
The song that we're going to listen from Mr. Schyman is Welcome to Rapture. Another one of the Black Ops composers. He actually handled a lot of the music in the Black Ops Zombie series, which I know a lot of you know. He also he's helped on some of the weapon sounds, some of the other stuff you heard in the game too. He's done quite. Besides music, he does some other stuff there. That is Mr. Kevin Sherwood. The title that we're going to listen to from Mr. Sherwood is 115. Who, by the way, also a mutual friend of mine and Kevin's, Elena, is the singer on this song. She's not here, but she's a good friend of ours too. I'm just going to throw a shout out to her real quick. So how we're going to handle this today, guys, is we're going to get a little info from all the composers and how they got into the industry, exactly what they think of the whole gaming industry and music, and how it makes us feel while we're playing these games. Because obviously, without that, you wouldn't get that feeling. You'd be playing something a little blank. So I'm going to throw it off to them, and then we're going to grab a couple questions from you. And again, please stop by the booth for some autographs and questions, and to get some photos with these guys. All right? So I think we're gonna throw it over here. I'm gonna let Greg start first and give you a little information on how he got into the industry and how his feelings of it, and how he's been dealing with it, all right?
My story is likely to be unique because I really was not a gamer early on. And I had done a TV show called Firefly, and Naughty Dog was making a demo for E3 for the start of the Uncharted series. And they called me and they said, would you be interested in doing it? And I said, I really don't think so. It's not anything I know. And you should, not that I don't want to work. I mean, I want the work, but I want someone to do you a good job. So you need someone who really understands what it is that you need. And they said, oh, come on and give it a shot. And I did. And I look back now and thank God I did not throw that opportunity away, because it has been so fun for me. But I never tried to get into the industry. The industry just found me. Writing for games is so much fun when you have a team of people who are trying to do something so special. And I gotta say, Naughty Dog is really my only experience. They tried so hard on Uncharted 2 to make the player feel as though they were in a movie. So it was not just gameplay, it was not just music, it was not just graphics. It was driven by a storyline and really good actors, so that hopefully the experience was fun in the gameplay sense, It was also fun in the story sense, so that you felt like you were immersed in a story that had a start, had characters that you cared about, and had a story arc that took you on a unique journey. Of course, I can't say if it struck you as that way, but that was their intent. And I consider myself very, very lucky to be working in this industry. I'm thrilled.
Well, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to bring Sean into this. Sean again with Black Ops. How did you get into the video game industry? Was Black Ops your first forte into that, or did you start somewhere else?
My first video game was True Crime Streets of LA back in 2003 for Activision. I had come from television and the theatrical movie world and had never scored for a game before. And so it was new to me, and I was really not a gamer much at all. My brother-in-law was an art director over at Lexaflux at Activision, and he had given some of my music to the head of the company, a guy named Peter Morwick, and he was familiar with my work from Buffy and some of the films I had done, and liked my music a lot, and asked me to do a couple of cutscenes. So I scored a couple of the cutscenes, and they seemed to like it. And what they did, which was interesting, they had everybody in the company vote on who they wanted to score in the game. And they had a few other demos. And most everybody voted for me to do it, and that's how I got in. It was just a great experience. I really loved working on it. And you had the great talents of Christopher Walken and also Garry was a voice in that as well. So it was very much like doing a film, but a little more fun, different type of people than you have in the film industry.
Very good. Now, Inon, we're going to talk with you now. The Dragon Age series, I played a little bit of the first games. The music held quite a bit of strength on that game. It kind of got you. It got you into the game. There was a lot of feeling with it. So I want to know how did you step into the whole video game market? Was it an accident, or were you looking into it?
It was very, very much accidental. In 1996 through 2000, I worked at Fox Family Channel. I wrote about 200 episodes for Power Rangers, Beetleborgs, Digimon, Escaflowne, you name it. And at some point in 1997, there was a voice, very deep voice, calling me through my telephone and has said, "Hello, would you like to compose music for a video game?" The name of the gentleman was Bob Rice, and he, so far until today, is my manager. He's a great guy, but I said, "No, I'm sorry, I'm not a gamer, not interested." And that was it. But lucky enough, the guy was very, very persistent. So he kept on calling and sending demos and sending that, and eventually I got convinced, and I'm so lucky I did. Since then I did, I think, close to 50 games. Wow. Including all the Fallout series, Crysis, all the Dragon Age series, Rift, EverQuest,